Today's story is called The Soldier's Servant. One day, Jesus was out with his special friends, the disciples, because they did a lot of things together. They were always found together during the time that Jesus was on the earth. And this particular day, Jesus had lots of crowds of people around that wanted to come and hear the things that he had to tell them, the special messages that God wanted all of the people to hear. But then something happened. Some important people, the religious people, the leaders, these were the people that taught in the synagogue, came to see Jesus because they had a special request. They came up to Jesus because they knew how important Jesus was, and they knew that Jesus was very busy, so maybe he didn't want to be troubled. Although Jesus never minded being troubled. He wasn't that sort of king or that sort of leader. Jesus always wanted to hear what people wanted him to help with. Jesus had a very, very kind heart because, of course, he's full of God's love because Jesus is a part of God. And so these religious leaders came up to Jesus and said, Jesus, we need your help. There is a soldier who is not a Jewish person, but he is a good person. He hasn't been brought up a Jew, so he's not like all the people that you're talking to. And he's not like your special friends or like us, but he still deserves a lot of help because he shows love. And so they were asking if Jesus would look kindly on this soldier who was standing in the background trying to just hide out of the way because he didn't feel he was important enough to come and meet with Jesus. The leaders carried on explaining that the soldier needed some help because his servant was back home in bed, very, very sick and poorly. Jesus said to the leaders, he said, "That's fine, bring the man to me." And so the leaders stepped back and called the soldier over to Jesus. The soldier came. And he explained to Jesus about his servant back at home, and he pleaded with Jesus that he would heal him, that using God's superpower, that Jesus would be able to heal the servant. And Jesus said to the soldier, he said, "Would you like me to come to your house so that I can see your servant?" And the soldier replied, "I don't think you need to come to my house, Jesus. I know of your great power, and I know that your superpower, the Holy Spirit, will be able to help to heal my servant back at the home. You won't even need to touch him." And do you know what? Jesus did heal the man. And he said to the soldier, he said, "The faith that you have in me, the faith that you have shown that you know that my power will heal your servant, even if I don't touch him, has been the thing that has healed your servant." And so the soldier rushed back home, and when he got there, he saw that the servant wasn't poorly anymore. He wasn't unwell anymore. He was as fit as a fiddle. And you see, this story really helps us to think about how much faith we have. This soldier was a man that showed love. He didn't even know God. He wasn't a Jewish man. He wasn't one of God's people. And so he didn't even know about God and the amazing things that God could do. But he'd heard about Jesus, and he'd heard about this man who was doing miracles. So this man had faith and trust in Jesus to do amazing things. Now, I wonder if we have any faith in Jesus. Do we have faith that Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit can come and do a miracle for us today. I wonder what miracles you would like to see happen. Maybe you know somebody who is sick in bed, like the servant was. Or maybe there's another miracle that you need to have happen, or you'd love to happen. Now, Jesus always wants to be there for us. He always wants us to speak to him and to ask him, and he wants us to ask the Holy Spirit to come and do amazing things. I wonder what amazing things the Holy Spirit could do in your life today.